處就喺 Grand Package。
哦，我知仲要呢個，我知仲。
阿陳炳。
Good spot. I would like to begin today's event. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Good. Great. So, before I begin, I'd like to ask a couple of questions. If you think Canada is #1 country in the whole wide world, can you please kindly put your hands together?
Yeah.
That table. I'll introduce all these good friends one after another. So once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, all our media guests and good friends. Thank you for joining us for this press conference. And I'd like to begin today's press conference by asking Mr. Pierre Bocti, President of Markham Unionville Federal Liberal Association, to say a few words.
This should go from the heart. I'm very honored and pleased here to be at the press conference for the launching of Kenny Wayne campaign. I fully support the choice. He's a great Canadian. He has been in Markham for so many years. He's very qualified as a candidate. And he's an accountant, and it's so important because Ottawa need an accountant to balance the books. So there you go. So I wish you well, Kenny, and all the best. Thank you for coming.
President of Markham Unionville Federal Liberal Association. And we have so many good friends here to Mr. Kenny Wen, but out of all the good friends, we have one special person who knows Mr. Kenny Wen very well because she's the family doctor of Mr. Kenny Wen and also a longtime friend. I'd like to ask Dr. Mahmoud Khan to say a few words. A big round of applause to Dr. Khan.
Hello everyone. I must say I'm very honored to come and introduce Kenny as my accountant and a very close family friend. As you can see, we are from diverse backgrounds, different backgrounds. I'm a Canadian Muslim from African, East African and Asian background, coming originally from Africa, and I'm a practicing Muslim. Kenny, I know, is of course Chinese background, Canadian Chinese, and a good practicing Christian. So, but we have no problem in any compatibility on any of the issues in life. Okay, and that's the thing about Kenny. He can embrace diverse backgrounds. He can embrace different ethnic backgrounds. He has no problem. Okay, and I really love that about him. How did I get to know Kenny? Actually, that's the main reason why we want you to represent us, and because you can embrace all those different backgrounds. I have been in practice for about the last 30 years in Toronto. About 20 years ago, Kenny became my accountant, and I remember him with these two little girls, Jessica and Jennifer, and they've grown into fine, beautiful young women now, and I remember Shirley. So, and he had only two-man team at that time in his office. In less than 20 years, he has grown into a big organization employing at least 10 people, shows how successful he can be. Okay, what also happened was my family members, they saw my dealings with him and how good he was with me. So my husband, my 3 sons, my daughter-in-law, they all moved they became his clients. And I think that's what he has done. He's really grown because he's such a likable person. He knows how to deal with people. And again, that's the kind of person we need to represent us. Okay? There was another point I was going to say. I don't know why people have, why do we have so many lawyers in the politics? I can't understand. We should be having people like him who are shrewd accountants. Okay, they can keep tabs on the fiscal and the tax, dealings of the government. And honestly, I feel you are the very right person. So let's please hope he gets in there as soon as possible.
We all do know that Mr. Kenny Wan is not a new face to the fight of social justice. Someone who always stand up for the other people in need. So to tell us a little bit more, we have the president of Yihong Foundation and also founder and chair of the Alfred, Dr. Joseph Wong. Big round of applause to welcome Dr.
I'm very pleased and honored to be here to lend my support to Kenny to be a candidate in this riding. I have been supporting political candidates for a number of years, but I have never supported any party. The candidates that I have been supporting come from 3 different parties: the Conservative, the Liberal, as well as the NDP. So my records speak to the choice of the people that I support. And Kenny is such a person that I would like to give my endorsement, my full endorsement, to run in this riding. There are 4 attributes when I choose a candidate to support. Number 1, integrity and honesty. That is the most important attribute that I view a candidate. Number 2, the heart in the right place. And that is the willingness to serve and the willingness to do something for social justice. And number 3, the courage to speak out. That is very important. If you see some injustice, you have to speak out. You have to defend, you have to fight for social justice. Social justice is not given. We have to fight for it, we have to defend it. And number 4 is the ability to do the job. I believe you all agree with me that Kenny has all those 4 attributes to make him a good candidate and a good MP in the House of Commons in Ottawa. In a multicultural and diverse society in Canada, the minorities are very much underrepresented in Ottawa. That's why I'm supporting Kenny, not because of all those attributes, because he has shown that he is able to work with other people, he is able to promote the interests of minorities in Canada, and we really do not have an adequate voice, a strong voice in Ottawa on behalf of the minorities. And I know that Kenny, besides being a Chinese, his heart is really for Canada. He really is able to speak on behalf of a lot of us here in this room. So I have seen a lot of problems in North America, both in the United States and Canada, when a minority was under attack and we have no way of defending ourselves. It has been shown adequately in the history, in the last 30, 40 years. Although our society is getting better and better, it is more fairer, but there is still a lot of discrimination in our society. Let me just give you a very recent example. Just about 1.5 to 2 weeks ago, in an ABC show in the United States, there was a child who answered a question. United States owes so much money. How could we pay all these debts? So it was led to the discussion about China owns a lot of United States national debt. So the child said, kill all the Chinese. That is the solution. And you know what? The host was laughing and joking. And subsequently, only 60,000 people signed online to condemn this racially motivated joke, which is not a joke, which is really very serious. And I would have to ask, where are all those people who stand for justice? Where are all the Chinese and minorities who should speak out against this very serious hatred message? And I want to leave today to ask you to consider sending a good candidate, a candidate who has the courage to speak out, who is able to defend the interests of minorities. Send him to Ottawa to work on behalf of us. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Boy, what a perfect timing. I walk in, it's my turn. I can't believe, I wish today's the day I'm going to go and buy a ticket, lottery ticket. Well, very nice to see you in the audience. It is an honor and a pleasure for me. Dr. Sal, very nice to see you. Sorry, this damn phone, you know. Anyways, it's such a pleasure for me when Kenny asked me and informed me that he's going to be running. I couldn't be happier than when I heard that he is going to be our next MP for Markham Unionville. So please give him a big hand. I'm sure, depending upon whether I'm the first speaker or I don't know in numbers, but you must have heard from everybody what a great guy Kenny is. I've known Kenny for a very long time, both in political field as well as professional field, because he's also a fellow chartered accountant. And he sits on Highway 7, meaning he controls everything right on Highway 7. But this man, I love him dearly because he's a wholesome man, as they say. It's not just that he's a good professional. It's not just that he's a good political worker, but he's also a great humanitarian. It takes a lot of effort for somebody like Kenny, who's a chartered accountant, to take time out, to get involved, to be involved politically, to be involved in the social fabric of Markham in Canada. I really appreciate the efforts him and his family and his friends take, because that is what makes the difference in Ontario and in Canada. I would like my member of parliament that is going to represent me next year to be a man of his caliber, both in terms of education, in terms of his commitment. And the best part is that this man is always available. How many times do you find your MP that you can call and he's available? Well, he's one of them. So, I know I was given 2 minutes. Ken, I can carry on because I know you so well that when we were both on the riding of, and the president is sitting here, so I won't say too much, but on the riding of John McCallum, a member of parliament in the old riding of Markham, Unionville. And this man, he was not only, I've seen him work, raising funds. He was the chair of fundraising. And in 2 years, he's done a wonderful job. So, you know, you can get him for your campaign too. He'll raise a lot of money for you. So, we are very lucky we have Jane Philpott, Dr. Jane Philpott, who's also running in the other riding of Markham. Please stand up, Dr. Jane. This time, the people that are running, I'll tell you something, they will blow everybody away. Of caliber of Dr. Jane Philpott, who was heading up the department in Markham Stouffville Hospital. But look at her commitment. In order to run, she gave up her job because she believed in it so much. Where would you find people of that caliber? Nowhere, except for in Markham. So when it's your inauguration, I'm coming there too. Next week. Anyways, my dear friend, it's a great honor for me today to stand here, and I tell Ken that I'll be with him. I'll be knocking doors with him, because this is what will take to make him win. We have a great candidate, but we want to make sure that he wins. He wins this nomination, and believe it or not, it's how many members you make. So the bottom line is, it's the numbers game, right? And of course the money. Money is not an issue. Because I see everybody that I see in this hall, they've got enough money to help him go through. But it's the numbers game. And it's also the timing of it. Don't take it leisurely. Make sure that in the next month, a month and a half, before the New Year's comes in, you can get your maximum voters or maximum party members that'll help him get nominated. Now don't take it easy just because he has so many friends in this room that you think it's going to happen. No, it won't happen. It won't happen unless you have those committed members that you make, and then you make sure that they come out to nominate him. That's when you'll have the next member of parliament, my friend, your friend, our friend, Kenny Wan.
Thank you so much for this kind introduction. Good morning, everyone, and my media friends. First of all, I want to thank my family and my father and sisters, and I want to especially acknowledge my beautiful wife, Sherry. With all your understanding and all your work behind the scene, I won't be able to stand up here today to make this announcement. Thank you very much, Larry. I also want to thank my team of volunteers. They are not only my supporters, they are also my source of inspirations and pusher for reflections. Like many of you, I was not born in Canada. I remember our former Premier said in many public speeches how much he admires those immigrants who are so brave in leaving their homeland with their families to come to a new country and build their life from the ground up. I would say I'm also a lucky guy when my family came here in 1981. I finished my CA training and received my designation in 2 years, and then I went on to work for some of the largest corporations in Canada for 11 years, and then I opened my own accounting firm 17 years ago. So lucky, right? My father always said to me when I was a little boy, it is more fortunate to give than to receive. 施比受更為有福. Therefore, I always remember to help others, to contribute positively to the society, and to get involved in the community. Over the years, I have served as President of Hong Kong Mental Health Associations, President for Center of Innovations and Community Services, President of Richmond Hill and Markham Chinese Business Associations. Please, don't just pay attention to my title. President may mean a position or a responsibility of an organization. What is the true meaning beyond it? To me, what matters is what I can do for the community by taking the positions. What is the impact and benefit I can bring for the members of the organization? Let me tell you, it takes passion and commitment of your time and resources. Some may say that this is a sacrifice. However, if you have the heart to care for the less advantages, the vulnerable group in the society, like the seniors, the youth, the new immigrant, and also the key economic contributors like the entrepreneurs, the new business startup, to me, supporting them becomes a sense of mission. My eldest daughter, Jessica, also wondered why I want to be MP. I told her that I am proud to be a Chinese Canadian. Chinese Canadians bring together values from both the Western and the Asian culture. Although our populations make up less than 10% in Canada, we make significant contributions to the society and the economy. However, on the political front, we are far less vocal and assertive. It is about time now that we all stand up to get more representation.
All right.
Here I am. It is time for me to carry on a new mission after years of community work. I want to be your voice in the Parliament. As a fully integrated Canadian, I want to be the voice to represent all residents in Markham, Unionville.
All right.
I'm doing this for all business and families. I'm doing this for all of your own good and our future generations. I come out to run for the nominations as a Liberal candidate. Why Liberal? Many here are wondering about this, right? Not only you, my daughter asked the same question. As a Liberal, we stand for inclusion, mutual respect, social justice, peace and humanity. I'm proud to be a member of the Liberal Party for over 12 years, and I stand up for the same value now and in the future. At this moment, let me just make a few acknowledgements. I'm very delighted to have Dr. Khan here today. She already said so that she's a South Asian, I'm Chinese, I'm a Christian, she's a Muslim. But thank you very much for your friendship for the past 15 years.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. She particularly made a day off today to support me here. And also, Herman. Where's Herman? Hey, Herman. Herman has been my friend for over 24 years. And while we were neighbors, he helped cutting my grass just for a few drinks. And maybe someone turns soup from Missouri. Without you, I would not have time for the community. Thank you very much. We also feel our friends for our backyard along with other neighbors who are from different countries, like Macedonia, Trinidad, Jamaica, and Canada. Well, yes, this is Canada. I support the Liberal Party because it is the Liberal Party who helped build this country, Canada. This is the party who give you universal health care to keep our finance in balance and also to uphold the unity of our country and to maintain an environment where we can enjoy our living and build our families. Yes. Family is what we care the most, right? So like all of you, I want my children to receive the best education, my parents to get the best health care, and my grandchildren to enjoy the best quality of life in the world. I believe that I have not only the passions, but also the ability to address those problems and issues. I trust with your support, I can win the elections for you and go to the Parliament to voice our concerns. I'm confident that my education and my background in economics, accounting, and tax, and my experience in the community, and my experience in life, I will be able to help all of you this time at the federal level. I need your support to make this happen. Please sign up as a member of the Liberal Party and come out to the nomination meeting to cast your vote on me. Together, we can bring the voice of Markham Unionville to the Parliament. Together, we can help building our beautiful country, Canada. Together, we can make history. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Forward, so everyone can take pictures for you. We do have many. Mr. Kenny Wen.
I want to introduce also my wife, Sherry. Thank you very much, thank you very much. I also want to introduce my wife, Sherry. She would like to have a few words to you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm here to support my husband, Kenny Wang. I love my family. Kenny also loves his family. However, we also love our community. Kenny spends a lot of time for the community. We support him because if the community is good, everyone is good. All families are good. I am proud of Kenny for seeking the nomination as a Liberal candidate. This time, I need your support to sign up as a member so that we can nominate Kenny to represent us in the Parliament. May God bless everyone. Thank you very much.
Reason we should all support Mr. Kenny Wen because he has his lady has okay, while our media guests are taking pictures, ladies and gentlemen, a few quick announcements to let you know. Okay, we're here to support Mr. Kenny Wen, and there are a couple of ways that you can do it. Okay, first of all, please kindly, if you don't know how to cast your votes to support Mr. Kenny Wen as the Liberal candidate, you can go on to Kenny Wen.
Don't leave the room. I will tell you where lunch is. I want to tell you, but let's take this picture. Okay.
Okay, 大家望住呢度 ，everybody look at
Okay, let's look into the camera.
Happy. Okay. Okay. Okay, everybody like yeah.
Okay, put your hands up, say yay.
One more, okay? Ready?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, yay.
That's good.
1, 2, 3.